Yo, what's good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. Today we are going to be doing a ranking of the top 10 point guards in NBA 2K21 right now. This is my personal list, so you may disagree with where point guards are on this list. I think there's a good chance there will be a lot of disagreement, but that's just something to remember, is that this is my list personally, and that doesn't mean that these are definitively the top 10 point guards in the game, but in my opinion, these are. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're on that grind to 1.2K subscribers. And again, I want to thank y'all for all the recent support in the videos. The channel's been growing a ton, and I really appreciate the support. But yeah, let's hop right into it. So at number 10, we have Lonzo Ball. I personally believe he is still a top 10 point guard in the game. Really nice overall card. Still a really good card for his value. I think if you can run Lonzo in a competitive game and still have success with him. He comes with some key hoffs. He comes with Hoff clamps, Hoff interceptor, Hall of Fame quick first step, flexible release, gold showtime, gold range. I mean, he comes relatively stacked. 21 Hall of Fames, almost every hotspot outside the three-point line. His jump shot's pretty good. Everything about this card's solid. He's fast, he can shoot, he can dunk, he's got good defensive stats, good size at 6'6" at the point guard position. He's really solid all around. He can just do it all. The only issue with this card, in my opinion, is I don't love his dribble sigs. Pro 6 behind the back is alright, but having the Pro 1 size up instead of the Curry slide is not exactly what you're typically looking for on a top point guard. But I don't think that hurts him enough to not allow him to make this list at number 10. So yeah, my 10th best point guard in the game right now is Lonzo Ball. At number 9, I have the new Rajon Rondo glitched card that came out this weekend. And the thing for me about Rondo is he's a good card. He's got a ton of Hall of Fame badges. He's a really good statistical card. But my main issue with the card is that he's only 6'1" and has a 6'9" wingspan. He does have a gold showtime. He does have a 95 driving dunk, so he can dunk the ball pretty well. I wish that was on Hall of Fame, but he's just so small, and his player model is so small that it hurts his value. I do still think he's a top 10 point guard, and he comes with basically every key badge you need in the game. He's not missing many badges, but I just don't think that does enough for him to make him any higher than 9 personally. He's a really good defensive card statistically. He's got good badges. One of the best passers in the game. He has a pretty good jump shot from what I've heard. I haven't actually used this card, but I've heard the jump shot 32 on very quick is a really nice jump shot. He's got decent dribble sigs coming with the Curry slide. He's a very good card on paper. I just don't think he's quite as good because of his player model. I think that hurts the value of this card. At number 8, we have Ben Simmons. And I know this Ben Simmons card has been out for a while. And some people will struggle massively to use this Ben Simmons card. But if you know what you're doing with the speed glitch and spacing the floor, this Ben Simmons can still be a dominant option. Hall of Fame showtime, he gets a ton of contact dunks. Like, there aren't really cards in this game that get contact dunks to the extent that Ben Simmons does. He comes with a couple shooting badges. Can't really shoot the three-pointer at all. But if you have Phil Jackson, he can kind of. You get a shoe, Phil Jackson, coach boost. You can get into the 70s on the three ball and shoot the three ball at, I guess, a decent rate. I know on Next Gen specifically, people are hitting with Ben Simmons from the three-point line, but he's a great defender. Even with gold clamps, he plays amazing defense. Hall of Fame quick first step, Hall of Fame dimer. And he's obviously 6'10" at point guard with 95 speed. He's stupid fast off the burst. He comes with the Pro 8 between the legs, which is really nice as well, having that. And overall, he's just a really good card. If he could shoot, he would be a top couple point guard in the game. I'm interested to see how good a shooting Ben Simmons is. I think there's a really good chance that shooting Ben Simmons will be the best point guard in the game. But we haven't gotten to that point in the year yet. But I still believe this Ben Simmons, despite his lack of shooting, is still a top 10 point guard in the game. At the number 7 position, I have the new Diamond Tyrese Haliburton card. This is the lowest overall card on this list, but he is an absolute monster. 22 Hall of Fames. He comes with Hall of Fame range, hot zone hunter, flexible release, Hall of Fame dimer, Hall of Fame clamps and heart crusher, Hall of Fame quick first step, handles for days, unblockable. He comes with a ton of super key Hall of Fame badges. Gold showtime. He gets really nice dunk animations, 85 driving dunk. He's 6'5", 6'9" wingspan, has a really good player model, looks like 6'6", 6'7", so he has great size. He's fast. His jumper's quick and easy to green. He comes with the Curry slide. He's got good dribble sigs. Very good defensive card. He plays better than his attributes would say. I mean, overall, he's just a really nice overall card. I enjoy using him a lot. If you haven't tried this Tyrese Haliburton card and you're in need of a budget point guard, I don't think you're going to find any better in this game for his price. In fact, I'm certain of it. You will not find another card for 10 to 15K that can do what he can do at the point guard position for your team. Just a really, really good overall option. I think he totally deserves to be the number 6 point guard on this list. At the number 5 position, we have Dark Matter Derrick Rose. And if this was me, I would probably put D Rose below Tyrese and Ben Simmons. But I think overall, Derrick Rose is probably the better card. I just don't personally love using him. He's 6'3", but his player model isn't huge. He looks around like 6'2", I would say. He doesn't feel super fast, even though he has 9 speed, acceleration speed with the ball. But he's not slow. In a straight line, he feels good. He just doesn't feel like he bursts as explosively as some other point guards. And I think that's player model based. But looking at his badges, he's not missing anything. Hall of Fame quick first step, unblockable clamps, heart crusher, interceptor, range extender, flexible release, showtime, contact finisher. I mean, he comes with all the Hall of Fame badges you need. Really fast, amazing defensive stats, amazing shooting, amazing dunking. Like, he comes with it all. His jumper's not bad. I like Derrick Rose release on quick. Pro 6 behind the back, curry slide. He's got pretty good dribble 6. Like, he's a very nice card. His dunk animations are amazing. He catches a lot of contacts. He's a very, very good card. I just personally think he struggles on the defensive end, and for that reason, I can't have him any higher than number 6. But statistically, he's amazing. One of the best cards badge-wise in the entire game. At the number 5 position, we have Juan Carlos Navarro. I did type it right. Very nice. But this Juan Carlos card, statistically and badge-wise, isn't as good as Derrick Rose, but I think he's a better overall card. He's 6'3", 6'10" wingspan. I think he has a bigger player model than Derrick Rose, and he comes with all the major Hall of Fame badges you need. Quick for step, hands for days, clamps, heart crusher, intimidator, range extender, flexible, deadeye, Hall of Fame showtime, Hall of Fame contact finisher. He's similar to Derrick Rose in that he's very stacked. His stats aren't quite as good, maybe not quite as fast, but he feels as fast just because he's got a bigger player model. He can shoot the ball amazingly, pretty solid defense. He's not a great defender still. Being a small point guard, he struggles on defense, but I think he does a decent enough job to deserve to be the 5th highest point guard still. He dunks the ball really well, and the key about this card is that he has the Dwayne Wade release on quick, which is basically based 98 on quick. He has a very similar release to a guy like John Havlicek, and having that release with the curry slide makes him incredible on the offensive end as a 300. It's one of the easiest releases in the game to get off, if not the easiest. And for that reason, it boosts him up on this list past guys like Derrick Rose and Tyrese Haliburton just because of how good his release is. For that reason, I think he is the 5th best point guard in the game right now. At number 4, and I think really 4 through 2 are kind of interchangeable depending on opinion. I think 2 through 4, you can kind of put in whatever order you want based on your opinion. But for me personally, I would say the number 4 point guard in the game would be a guy in John Wall, who is a really, really good free point guard. Probably your best free point guard option in the game for the casual player. There is one more, but he's hard to get. But we'll get to that in a second. That being said, if you complete all of the All-Star Spotlight Sim challenges, you get this John Wall card. He's 6'4", 6'9" wingspan. He has a huge player model. He has big hair. Massive player model. He looks 6'5", 6'6". He's got really good size, which helps him a lot on the defensive end. He comes with a lot of great defensive badges, and he plays really, really good defense for a quote-unquote small point guard. I think he's the best defensive point guard under 6'6" in the game. 6'6", 6'7". Like, I think he's the best defensive point guard in the game. And he comes with the key badges you need: showtime, range extender, dimer, quick first step, unpluckable, clamps, heart crusher, intimidator, interceptor. Badge-wise, he's juiced. Even with only 31 Hall of Fames, he comes with a lot of key badges. He's 99 speed, acceleration, and speed with ball. He feels fast, even off the burst, which is something that I can't really say about Derrick Rose. Amazing defensive stats, amazing dunker, really good shooter. His jump shot is really nice on quick. He comes with good dribble 6 with Pro 2, and then the Pro 1 behind the back. Just overall, a really, really good card. I really enjoy using this card when I'm on an account. And I think he's an amazing free option and can 100% play in every competitive lineup in the game. At the number 3 position, I would put Magic Johnson, the Galaxy Opal, from the Pantheon set. This Magic Johnson card has 32 Hall of Fame badges, and while he is not as badged as a lot of the other options on this list, he only has gold range, only has gold showtime, only has gold clamps. Those are the ones that stand out. He moves so well off the speed burst, and he plays so good because of his big player model being 6'9", 7 foot wingspan. He just feels so incredible on both ends of the court. For me personally, I think he deserves to be the 3rd best point guard in the game. He moves ridiculously off the speed burst. Like, there aren't really any cards in the game I feel like that can move the way that Magic can off the speed burst with the curry slide. Pro 3 behind the back. Like, his SIGs are incredible. Then his jumper, it's not great, but it's easy to green. It's slow, so it's kind of hard to get off, but it's easy to green. I don't struggle with his release. If you give me space, I'm pretty knocked down with it. And he feels so fast. You have to be able to use the speed burst effectively to use this Magic card, because if you just try to run with him, he's slow. For whatever reason, Magic Johnson is one of those cards who just can't run if you're running in a straight line, but off the burst, he is ridiculously fast. So, despite the shortcomings of this Magic Johnson card, I still believe he 100% deserves to be the third best point guard in the game. And I have used this Magic Johnson card a lot, and I love him. At the number 2 position, we have Pete Maravich, who is a dark matter, one of the 2 dark matter point guards on this list. And the thing about this Pete Maravich card is it's very, very few people who actually have him, because you have to unlock, like this says, you have to redeem all the Galaxy Opal token rewards, and then you have to have another 1,000 tokens to redeem this Pete Maravich card, and there are only 2,000 of them available on each console. That being said, he's 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan, hotspots everywhere. Comes with 40 Hall of Fame badge. He's got a big player model, so he looks big. Only comes with gold Showtime, but he has every other key badge you want: Clamps, Interceptor, Intimidator, Handles for Days, Dimer, Ankle Breaker, Quick First Step, Unpluckable, Deadeye, Flexible Release, Range Extender. He does come with Hall of Fame Steady, but his jumper doesn't really seem to be super affected by that, and it definitely helps with greening contested shots, especially with Takeover. He's an absolute beast. And him having Ray Allen release on Quick, he just feels... He reminds me of a John Havlicek type of card, Juan Navarro type of card, where his release is super easy to get off and super easy to green. This card is an absolute beast. He's really good attacking the rim as well. He's great defensively because he has a good player build. His shooting is, I mean, he's like a taller Juan Navarro with only gold Showtime, but better on the defensive end as well. Like, he's a really, really good card, really fun card to use. Absolute stud of a card. I don't really think there's many better point guards in the game than this Pete Maravich card. It's just very hard to get him. But as the number 1 point guard in the game, in my personal opinion, and I think y'all could have seen this coming, I believe that Luka Doncic is the best point guard in the game. The Modern Age one or the Quantum one, either one, I still think they're both the best point guard in the game. But the Modern Age one has 1 extra Hall of Fame badge, being clutch shooter, but that doesn't really matter in my opinion that much. The thing about Luka is, even though his wingspan is only 6'8", he's 6'7", which helps a lot, having a big player model, being a tall point guard. Hotspots everywhere from outside the 3 and almost everywhere inside. He's fast. He can run. He comes with Hall of Fame Showtime, Range Extender, Flexible, Handles for Days, Intimidator, Unpluckable, Quick First Step, Dimer, all that stuff. Does not come with Hall of Fame clamps, but my Luka does come with Hall of Fame clamps. You can find a lot of Lukas with Hall of Fame clamps on the auction house, and I would recommend getting one with Hall of Fame clamps. But even with gold clamps, I still think he's the best point guard in the game because he's so good on the offensive end. He's huge, he's fast, he comes with Hall of Fame Showtime, he dunks everything. He's really good on the defensive end, even without Hall of Fame clamps, because of his size. And most importantly, he comes with a Dante XM base, which in my opinion is probably the easiest to green, most consistent jump shot in the game. It's so easy to green with Luka Doncic, even on Hall of Fame. He's so incredibly knocked down. Just such an amazing card. I love using Luka. And yeah, he's got good dribble sticks. Come with the Curry slide, Pro 1 behind the back. Pro 5 between the legs isn't terrible. But having that Dante Exum base with his size and his dribble sticks and his ability to dunk as well, he's just so incredibly good on the offensive end of the court that I don't think even his minor defensive shortcomings prevent him from being the number 1 point guard in the game. That being said, I do believe the point guard position probably is the position in the most need for an upgrade, because recently we've gotten some really good wings, gotten some really good power forwards, some really good centers. So I expect that we will be getting some better point guards soon. Guys like out of position Ben Simmons. We could see a Kevin Durant at point guard. We could see a Giannis at point guard. We could see a LeBron at point guard. We could see guys like that at point guard soon. And I expect that we will. But that being said, as of right now, these are my top 10 point guards in the game. I think really any of these point guards can be used in a competitive level squad. Especially these top 6 or 7, even 8. I think if you use them properly, they can be used competitively against any team in the game. And in my opinion, we have some amazing point guards that are really, really fun to use. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the video. What do you think of my list? Do you think I ranked any point guards too high, too low? Did I leave anybody off the list who you really enjoy using, or who you think is a top 10 point guard? Let me know. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, again, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're pushing towards 1.2K subscribers, trying to get toward that 2,000 mark at some point. I appreciate all the support recently, and I'll be back with another 2K video very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.